Let's talk about oral tirzepatide, specifically the oral tirzepatide starting to be offered by compound pharmacies. Is this the next big thing in compounding, or are we setting ourselves up for disappointment? Novo Nordisk didn't just take 2.4 milligrams of Wegovy, slap it in a pill, and call it a day. They bought a technology called the SNAC technology for $1.8 billion just to get a sliver of oral bioavailability. Even with that, you need 50 milligrams of semaglutide daily to achieve what you can achieve in 2.4 milligrams of a weekly injection. Let those numbers sink in. 50 milligrams times 7 days in a week equals 350 milligrams of semaglutide to accomplish what 2.4 milligrams of weekly injectable form can get you. That's about 146 times the amount of active pharmaceutical ingredient weekly required to achieve the same results, and that's using a technology that Novo Nordisk paid $1.8 billion for. Now imagine trying to achieve those same results without that technology. How much semaglutide would be required at that point? We don't even know. If that's what it takes for semaglutide, now let's take a look at tirzepatide, which has an upper dose of 15 milligrams weekly. Without any absorption enhancing technology added to the tirzepatide, we are talking about hundreds of milligrams daily that would be needed of tirzepatide to accomplish the same results as once weekly 15 milligrams injectable. So the amount of tirzepatide required to make it orally bioavailable would be massive, and currently there's no SNAC technology for oral tirzepatide. Some shorter chain peptides like BPC 157, I use mine from Integrated Peptides, you can get this at the link in my bio, they can survive stomach acid because they're shorter chain peptides. But tirzepatide and semaglutide are much longer chain peptides and much more fragile. And they're typically broken down by stomach acid before your body can even realize any absorption benefits. Some compounders are currently offering oral versions of tirzepatide in similar dosing that you see in the injectable form. In other words, the daily dosage would be 5, 10, or 15 milligrams of oral tirzepatide. But from what I've seen, there's usually no absorption technology added to the peptide. Without a system to protect the peptide, the chances are it's not doing a whole lot. A company called Lexaria has developed a technology called Dehydratech, which is in early stage trials. It's actually been shown in semaglutide, liraglutide, and tirzepatide to show similar blood concentrations when added to the oral form as the injectable form. But again, these are in early stage trials with Dehydratech. It's promising, but it's not available to patients yet. Because the shortage has ended for the branded versions of tirzepatide like Mounjaro and Zepbound, compounders are having to shift their strategy because they can no longer make the copies of the branded versions. They have to offer something that is not commercially available. So they're looking at custom dosing, custom formulations, and now custom presentations of these medications. But without a technology on the oral side like SNAC or Dehydratech, it's likely that the bioavailability of the oral formulations are just not there yet. And patients should know that up front. Now, I'm not here to trash the oral versions of these that are out there. I'm simply out here trying to inform you that the oral versions being offered may not have the same kind of efficacy as the injectable forms if that's what you were using prior to. And the compounders are really just working within the framework that they have to work in to offer patients an option. But that said, patients deserve transparent expectations about what they can expect from the oral versions of compounded products that are coming to the market soon. And if there's no delivery technology for the peptide, patients should assume that therapeutic benefits might be minimal. Ask the right questions, protect your wallet, protect your health, protect your hope, and follow along at OTP.